hello, Crossroads Witches and other interesting magical beings. We're doing a happy Yule video. So I, of course, had to invite our beautiful cottage rainbow witch, Derrie,
Hello.
who was posting pretty pictures up of the simmer pots, while at the same time I was doing simmer pots. And so I was like, the magical synchronicity of it. Talking about bringing the outdoors in and how important that is.
Yep. I love them just because they last forever, and they're good for when you can't burn candles or incense or and they last for hours.
I am cheating. I know you do yours in a crock pot.
Yep.
All right, is how you like to do yours. You see, I have a diffuser over here.
Yeah.
And I am using a candle, but it's on a fire safe tray here. I love this little diffuser because I can put it in different rooms.
Yep.
Type thing. I love the fact that
that's like my crock pot's only a 2-quart crock pot, so I can carry it from room to room.
When we talk about simmering, we're talking about simmering herbs, witches, and this is aromatherapy. And I was thinking about, like, when was the first aromatherapy? And thinking that it goes all the way back to, the very beginning of man, when you walked into your homestead and that fire was burning. And that smell. And, and it was, and of course they added, different herbs, grasses, and as well as what we do today. And so the perfect time to do simmer pots, I think, is during the Yuletide season. It's about bringing the outdoors in, where we're in those cold times. And when we're talking about Yuletide, I know for some of us it's a little it's Christmas feeling. So I always tell people, you have to create your own happiness. All right. And so what I like to do when I'm doing my simmer pots up, you're gonna love this, Derrie. All right, I have my Magick ritual wear.
Your festive wear, yes, Grandma, Mama Claus.
And I wear this quite a bit throughout the season. Any opportunity I get, I put it on. I sit here, like I said, this is my sacred Yule with ritual wear. But to embrace the season and have fun with it. All right. And one of the things we can do is these beautiful simmer pots. I am going to give the shout out House of Witchcraft. We're doing our Yule box, and in it we do have a simmer blend.
It looks great. It looks gorgeous. It smells gorgeous. They're just awesome.
And I was going to say, our blend has got cinnamon, rosemary, cranberries, and oranges. Which is a really nice base. And now I'm like, what are you going to add to this? Because I know if you know what you going to put in here, Derrie.
For me, I would take out the cinnamon simply because I'm allergic. So I would substitute the cinnamon with cardamom. And I would do the one that I did for Thanksgiving had oranges, apples, lemons, cranberries, cloves, anise, cardamom, a little bit of vanilla, and some rosemary.
Oh, I love the complexity of this.
And it's also about finding out what each one of those ingredients means, the magical properties: happiness, love, friendship, healing, joy, protection, with the anise, it's or with the cloves, it's stopping gossip. So when you're all together for the holidays and you don't want the drama, throw a little star anise in there. It'll stop the gossip, stop the drama. But cardamom is love, protection, and calming. So, but yeah, just, and you can mix herbs, fruits, oils. If you don't have like the actual rosemary, you can throw in a little bit of rosemary oil, or vice versa, or so. And they're endless. Yeah.
That's where I think a lot of times those folks get a little overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And like you said, really just pick out a couple of good ingredients. We're sending off 4 in our Yule box that are like base ingredients that you can use them. I was gonna say, I've got this one going, and I love cinnamon, so I'm all into it. For me, I'm the other side of it where I'm like, ooh, put some extra in.
Yeah.
But at the same time, being able to make your own holiday blend, and understanding why you're putting it in is where the magic is.
Right.
And
I take that, I will burn that for 3 days, and then I will get rid of the herbs and the fruits and toss those away. But I save the water, and I will put it in my refrigerator for when I'm magically cleansing my house or washing my floors, and I'll add it to my floor wash.
Oh, that's too funny, because I had to empty. I did something really similar. It burned for a couple of days, and then I had a little bit of water left, and I carefully strained the water out. And then I was out there like, well, I was like doing an asperging across my front door and down my walkway. Real similar to what you're, where,
because it's the intention of, it's chock full of your intentions that you put into it, plus all the intention, plus all the magical properties of the herbs.
Absolutely, that's a good. I was like, witches, do not throw the water.
Don't throw the water away. Do not throw that water away. That water is powerful. That water is full of power. Don't do it.
That's what I'm like. That's the good stuff. All right,
that's liquid gold right there.
Well, you could very easily let it cool off. Put it in a little spray bottle. All right. Where you're looking for a good charged water. Or, you don't have time to burn the potpourri simmer pot. You take your bottle out. Around it. And just like you're saying, all the different ways with you and I are using it. And I know the other witches out there are just as creative. So of course I'm gonna say I want to hear in your the comments below.
Definitely
with the water.
Because
you could take it, could do a full moon ritual with it.
Because it's already got full. You could use tap water. I use either, if I don't have moon water on hand, I will use distilled water. I don't use our tap water because our tap water is full of bleach, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. So I will use distilled water or whatever. But if you have moon water on, like this, the simmer pot I did for the holidays, I had a little bit of the full moon eclipse water left. So that was the base of mine. So.
That is another good tip and hack. Years ago, I had an older witch who was an actual chemist. That was her daytime job. Was talking about when you do use water to use distilled waters, regardless of where you're. Any groundwater is either going to be high in a mineral, high in dust. There's going to have some sort of signature. All right. And then we also, depending on where you live, your actual municipality water system, that may not be
Yeah.
too good.
We don't drink it, so I'm not gonna cook with it. Yeah, no.
Whenever you are doing your, I have a jug. I did the same thing. I buy a gallon of distilled water,
Yeah.
and that's what I use when I burn
Yeah.
my potpourri. I always use distilled water.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I had an older, smarter witch tell me this is what you need to do,
Yeah.
Taren.
Yeah.
So I'm passing it on to all you other witches.
Yep.
Little trick, and that way you don't have to ever worry. And if for any, some of your potpourris are completely edible.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
And so you can really think it through what you can use that infused water for now.
Mm-hmm.
The big thing I want to say when we talk about these, whether it's a crock pot or a diffuser,
or a pot on your stove.
Pot on your stove.
Yep.
Not remember, don't leave it unattended.
Nope.
I don't care if you're running down the street to go get you something at the convenience store and it takes you 15 minutes.
Yep.
Don't do it.
Yeah, no.
All right. That's the big thing when I start getting into the holidays, because we love our candles.
Yep.
We love our simmer pots. We love our crock pots.
Yep.
I do want you did a picture of your last simmer pot recipe.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but
I don't have the picture, but the one that I'm doing right now is a cold buster, because I woke up the day after Thanksgiving and I was a little stuffy. So the one that I've got going right now is oranges, lemons, grapefruit, mint, rosemary, eucalyptus, vanilla, and cloves. It's all that good, and a little bit of ginger, because it's all that stuff it's all that yummy stuff that'll help So
I wanted you to bring that up because a lot of times we think of aromatherapy as just for enjoyment.
Yeah, no.
And then of course there is a magical side.
Yeah.
We just discussed all the magic, but to understand there's a healing side.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And it really does. Those cold busters work.
Yeah. Yeah. This little crock pot goes wherever I go. If I'm up in my witchy room, it goes up here. If I'm in the kitchen, it's in the kitchen. I put it next to my bed last night, and I'm like, okay. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've done the same thing. As soon as I get a little sick, I have my hot tea. I'm immediately, getting fresh ginger root, getting some mint, getting some turmeric, getting a couple of fresh lemons.
Yeah.
And then I will take all.
I've got that I've got all those herbs right there.
Right, and when I make my tea, what I like to do is take the leftover pieces and create as the base of my simmer pot for, because like what you were saying, I add more things to that than what I'm actually putting in my tea. Yeah, I will use that as the base, and then I will start adding to that, things in which
kind of in a weird that's basically what a simmer pot is. It's a giant pot of tea, but it's not drinking. It's just, it makes your house smell good. It's just think about putting all that stuff in a tea bag and putting it in water, and so
absolutely. Well, witches, I hope we've given y'all some inspiration, some tips, and some hacks.
Yeah.
For your
and you can do simmer pots for anything. Full moons, you can do them all year round. For springtime, I tend to do them on the Sabbaths. I like to do them on the Sabbaths.
There's something about, like I said, filling your house up full of that energy.
Yeah.
And that's really what it's about. Like I said, of course, I want to hear y'all's simmer pot recipes, what you do, how you do it, suggestions. And you know, be aware that these can be used, you know, to make you feel good. These can be used magically, spiritually, and these can be used medicinally.
Yep.
That's what makes them so amazing.
Yep, they're so fun.
And I want
so
to thank Derrie for joining me for this and her beautiful simmer pots. Derrie, please give shout outs to how folks can see your pretty things there.
I'm on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, you know, across social media. I do have a YouTube channel, which is the Rainbow Witches Wonderland. I'm not posting on there right now very much because I'm just kind of like, you know, but I'm mostly right now on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. So
and you're under Derrie
Cinnawitch 1 on TikTok and Instagram.
Okay.
So
all right. So that way I was like, okay, I was like, do go follow her. She posts beautiful things, inspiration, everything. Like I said, I was looking at her simmer pot and I was like, oh, that's too pretty. All right, thank you so much. And then for all you Crossroads witches and other interesting magical beings, may your Yuletide season be bright, merry, and full of wonderment, happiness, and all of those sparkly things. And of course, I want you to get out there, fly those brooms. It never changes. Amen. Blessed be. Ashe and Ababo.